Hello collectors, as promised, I'm back with a video comparing the Hot Wheels version of the Lamborghini Sian FKP37 with that of the Majorette and Tomica. Both the Majorette and the Tomica are 1:66 scale. So let's start the comparison. Okay, so as not to get confused, the blue one is I chose different colors. Blue one is the Majorette one. The Orancio Atlas or the orange is the one from Hot Wheels, and the dark green or olive green one is from Tomica. So let's take the Tomica and Hot Wheels first. Let's compare the front ends. So as I said earlier, this is not to take away from the Hot Wheels casting, because both Majorette and Tomica are premium castings costing thrice as much, but this is to appreciate the Hot Wheels casting and how well they have done for a mainline casting. So looking at the front, you can see slightly more details on the headlights front by painting it well, and the front air dam splitter, that is fine, that Hot Wheels has done well. Logo is also replicated nicely. Hot Wheels has a slightly larger Lamborghini logo, but that's fine. And here Hot Wheels goes with the wiper markings, which the Tomica doesn't have. Looking at the sides, Tomica will always lose out in its mainline casting with the wheels, with the generic wheels. I'm all right with them because I have a personal liking for Tomica castings, but here Hot Wheels goes with the choice of wheels, and the size is also nice. Here the wheel size looks small, although Tomica cars are suspension, it's a little less because it's a sports car and low line, but that's an extra feature. And here you can see this is not a plastic part, they've just painted this black, and here also the air intake is painted black, not the body color like in the Hot Wheels, which is fine. And both don't have side view mirrors. Okay, and on the top you can see it's quite similar, with I think the darker color is showing some depth also, but it's deeper, but definitely it's showing more. And there's some detail over here which is missing in the Hot Wheels over here, which is fine. And these parts which I was telling were carbon fiber parts, and they're different color, and they're not different color here in Hot Wheels, but they have been marked out nicely over here, which quite defines the rear, because otherwise in the Hot Wheels casting it looks a little bland. So yes, nicely done. And the fuel lid marking is also nicely done, rather than blob over here, which again is okay for the price. The Hot Wheels one is excellent. And moving on to the rear, okay, here I would say both are equally good. Yep, the tail lights, the grill, this grill, the Hot Wheels scores more because it even has a number plate, license plate, and the hexagonal tailpipes are similar, and you can see the air splitter details are also nice. So it's a rare where Hot Wheels scores nicely, and only if this part was colored like carbon fiber it would have detailed the rear side even better. So that's a comparison with the Tomica one, and Tomica one is definitely a little heavier, and as you can see the base is 1:66 scale 2020, that's the name. Bases are same, similar, plain. So let's move on to the Majorette one. Yeah, okay, Majorette is also the same 1:, First, let's look at the base. 1:66 scale over here, yeah. And base is also plain like that. Okay, so Majorette one is also premium casting. I think it's costs the same as Tomica or slightly more, but this has an advantage in terms of two opening features. One is the scissor style opening doors, which looks really radical, really radical. And for a small scale, this feature becomes even more interesting and neat. Yeah, it's even difficult to replicate it in a smaller scale rather than in a bigger scale car. And opening engine panel, although the engine detail is not that great, so even if they didn't give this an opening panel, it would have been fine, because then it hides these ugly white shut lines. But the scissor doors are really nice. And just to compare the front end, there's slightly more details on the Majorette on the lights area, which is expected. And they have a number plate over here also, which is expendable, I think, in a supercar model casting. So although this is my wiper markings, and this hood is nicely sculpted, and the paint is also nice mattish blue with some, yeah, I like the paint. And this one has side view mirrors also, which is nice, although the quarter glass area then becomes metal, not plastic like in Hot Wheels or the Tomica. So that's a trade-off. That's okay. And this top part, okay, this they have painted black rather than being a plastic piece. It was a plastic piece in the Tomica as well. So this they painted back, whereas this part is plastic only. Okay, so that's nice. And looking at the rear side, this area is a little wider than this. I think it has been replicated better in the Majorette, I think, this part. Yeah. So the side profile here, the Majorette goes with the wheels as well. The multi-spoke wheels look nice with details for the disc brakes as well, and these are rubber tires, premium model. So here it goes well, and this tire size is best. So the tires, the wheels are the best in the Majorette, no doubt about it. And then second comes Hot Wheels in the wheels department, and Tomica the last in the wheels department. Okay, and moving on to the rear. Okay, Hot Wheels has the best rear, I would say then, because here there is some detailing on the lights. It has a red outline for the lights, but it's not clearly visible. Hot Wheels has done it very nicely, and there's a place for the number plate as well. Okay, and the hexagonal tailpipes are fine, but this area looks quite bland rather than black, no detailing. Yeah, even Tomica one is better, but this Majorette looks quite odd, and it looks like it has its running with its skirt up. You can see a large cross section of the tire. It should be like this. Yeah. Just let me zoom. Yeah, not that bad. Yeah. So Majorette has messed it up at the rear of the car. It has this carbon fiber detailing and blackening for the air intake, which is fine. And this part, lower part of the side skirts, is also nicely done. But at the rear, I am not at all impressed. They could have done it better. And the stance at the rear also looks a little odd. I don't know. You can see the wheels a lot. Okay, so let's pass some verdicts. So the best front, I would give it to the Majorette. Yeah, Hot Wheels and Tomica are close behind. Best sides. Both the Majorette and Tomica are nicely done. Hot Wheels looks a little crude and no details here on the rivets. No different colors for that. So that's fine. That's a mainline casting. So yeah, and the wheels really take the cake for the Majorette one. Nice spoke ones. And if you look at the top, it's almost even Stevens. You can't say much. There's some detailing over here which the Hot Wheels doesn't have, but the bonnet is sculpted better in these two. So there's not too much into it. These two are definitely better than the Hot Wheels, but Hot Wheels is not bad either. And this has the side view mirror. So Majorette has some extra features definitely, and the scissor doors really take the cake, and you can see the interiors also clearly. That's sweet, really sweet. And let's moving to the rear. I'll have to give it to the Hot Wheels. They have really done the rear very well, and Majorette looks, I will have to say it looks ugly from the rear actually. I wouldn't like to look at this casting from the rear. Front or the side is the best. So yes, so here is my review and comparison of the Lamborghini Sian FKP37 by Hot Wheels, Tomica and Majorette. Tomica and Majorette being 1:66 scale. And if you look at the size comparison, let's do a size comparison. Hot Wheels cars are generally not very wide, so in that sense these two are closer to the real Lambo, because Lamborghinis are quite wide cars for stability purposes and and Hot Wheels is a bit narrower. Lengthwise they are, all three are similar, I would say. Although from here I can see the spoiler is a little lifted in the Majorette one, which looks nice from here, but from the rear it's not that great. Yeah, so Hot Wheels is a slightly smaller size. If these are 1:66, then Hot Wheels also looks like 1:66 or even 67. It looks shades smaller, because mainly because of its lesser width. Lengthwise it's fine. Yeah, so let me know how you like my review. Please like, share and subscribe. I'll come with more interesting videos, and I'll be comparing more cars and more castings in the future, like with the Hot Wheels, Majorette, Tomica, maybe Matchbox thrown in, or a premium casting as well. So hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe. Cheers.